Nah, you were bang on. CEO of Klarna in chat. CEO of money. I'm a food scientist. I have you on when I'm working in my lab. As a food scientist, can you give your take on the McDouble being the best tasting hamburger in North America? Or at least 95, better than 95% of other hamburgers. Maybe not the best. You ever see the AI rap SpongeBob video? Are you talking about I'm a stone-faced killer like my motherfucking house is? Yes. Yes, I have. Can you stop shilling McDonald's? If my goat ever ends up washed, then sure, you have my word. But my goat is not washed yet. McDonald's hella washed? No. Not even close. I do wonder sometimes with McDonald's, though. We're going to the moon, brother. There are times when I'm like, why do you keep releasing new products? You've already got, like, stop drilling. You hit oil. I guess maybe it's a product of frequency. I'm not at McDonald's that often where I'm like, I'm going to try that new thing. Instead, you know, let me see if there's a bomb over here. You can't say no to Capricorn, bro. This is an insane floor. Buy TNT in the shop? That's not going to happen. It's simply not going to come to pass. Anyway, what was I talking about? I'm just saying, like, I think that anytime I go there and they're like, check it out, we got a hot honey McCrispy. I'm like, that's good for you? I'm sure it tastes good because everything at this restaurant does. But give me a 10-piece chicken McNuggets, fries, and a Coke Zero. I'm not going to the suit store and buying, you know, potato chips. I'm not going to the gas station and going, how's your life insurance policy? Maybe I should. Maybe I should shop around a little bit. $20-piece nuggets because it's cheaper than 10. It's one of the most insane things I've ever heard. What do you mean it's cheaper than 10? It is? No, it's not. It doesn't make any sense. It is per unit. Me explaining to the doctor why I just had my third heart attack. Bro, I had to maximize the per unit cost of the nuggets. So I buy the 1,000 pack of nuggets, and then what am I going to do? Not eat the nuggets? No, obviously you don't get the 50 pack. That would be insane. You get the 20 pack. Yeah. The fries are a grift. Me, when something tastes good, but there's only $1.37 worth of ingredients, and the cost of it is $2.99. I'm just gonna level with you, bro. Some people are like, I make better fries at home. I've been to your house. Why are you telling lies? You're not making better fries than McDonald's at home. They might not be your favorite fries on the planet. They're probably my favorite fries on the planet. You're not clearing them in your home kitchen. I'm sorry. You are not J. Kenji Lopez Alt. You might be using the recipe, but I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you don't. Don't even get me started. My wife and I, we were talking shit about you guys all weekend. Motherfuckers eat kimchi 2 times and then go, 5,000 years of tradition? Yeah, sure, I can make that at home. Your ass is not getting out the tarp and putting cabbage on it and then rubbing herbs and spices into it. Your ass is putting like a little bit of cabbage into a jar with red wine vinegar. Then you pop it open like an hour later and go, yeah, this is better. This is definitely better than the kimchi we had at the restaurant. You fucking so-and-sos. It's a reused bit because people keep saying the same ignorant stuff, bro. Dude, you just get the Bibigo mix? That's what I'm saying, man. These fools don't know about Bibigo. Bibigo, well, you sample around until you find the kimchi that you want. Some kimchi comes out of the jar a little, I would almost call it over-fermented. I've said it many times, I like a newer kimchi, a kimchi that hasn't fermented for all that long. Still has a little sourness, but it's got that fizz to it too. It needs a little bit of it needs a crispness to it. When kimchi gets a little too old, it's got a little bit less of that crisp bite. But when you lose the fizz, I mean, that's like when the curds don't squeak. That's fine, but don't say your homemade poutine is clear in New York fries if the curds don't squeak, okay? What is this clanking? You hear it? What is this? My dude is clanking around. He sounds like Link in the water temple, bro. Any good Costco stories lately? We haven't been in a bit. Last week, I was like, we actually don't need to go. We had enough stuff to tide us over. So I was like, we'll just go next week. But it turns out, like, Tuesday, Wednesday is supposed to be like another bout of wintry conditions. So I don't know if I'll go this week either. But I've still got enough, like, Coke Zero to get us through this, this long winter. But we're going to have to go at some point. Aren't you Canadian? Yeah, but we're a different breed up here. Vancouver gets really annoying when it snows. Like, the #1 comment in every thread on r/Vancouver is always like, don't drive unless you're confident driving in winter conditions. And then every year there's still like tons of viral videos of people like sliding out of control. And I'm like, I wonder how many of those motherfuckers are the same ones making the posts that are like, don't go driving unless you're confident. I think a lot of these motherfuckers were confident when they went out, and then they were overconfident, driving too fucking fast, slammed on the brakes, realized, hey, McFly, those things don't work on water. And then all of a sudden, they're playing bumper cars with all this stuff parked on the street. Okay. Like on Thursday, when I picked up my daughter from daycare, I was sliding around a bit. I mean, we have snow tires, but they're like, I mean, they're marginally better than, oh, I don't know about this. They're marginally better than all seasons on ice, but that's not really what they're built for. The rest of the time, everything's been like, the roads are pretty okay, but I think it's just too easy to be like, oh, people are crashing in the ice. I'm becoming very normie-pilled. Normies have been getting a bad rap. It's too easy to assume all, like, winter accidents happen because people suck at driving in the winter. Occam's razor is that if there's more accidents in the winter, then driving in the winter is fucking hard, bro. I've never had a car accident. I've never crashed my car in the winter, but sometimes in the winter you'll be sliding around. And I've gotten lucky nobody's like crashed into me either, for that matter. You know, there's a little bit of a luck involved on all sides of it. Evil Dave Matthews be like, don't crash into me. I don't get what Dave Matthews meant, by the way, when he said, hike up your skirt a little more and show the world to me. What, is she like smuggling a globe up there or something? I don't understand. Like, what is he talking about? Guy who only thinks literally? Why does he want her to crash into him? I mean, I get it. Like, he might want some hugs or kisses or something, but, like, it sounds like unless he's wearing, like, football pads, that would probably hurt. What is under there? Honestly, if you gotta ask, you're not ready to find out. As Sophie B. Hawkins said, I'll give you something new each time you come inside my Jungle Book. Or was it just too good? She do be hawking. Does she? I don't know. I haven't seen her do anything, basically, since Damn I Was Your Lover. There's no disrespect. I mean, she's contributed more to the world of art than I have. She says Jungle Book. I didn't say Jungle Book, okay? She said Jungle Book. They always want to come, but they never want to leave. I know that song. That's X's and O's by... Okay, take the item. I trust you. I trust you. Take the item. That's X's and O's by Elle King. It's not some lady. That's B.B. King's daughter. Rob Schneider's kid? What are you talking? Wait, is this real, chat? Yes, it's Rob Schneider's daughter. Rob Schneider's married to B.B. King? Boy, to spend the night at their dinner table. Honestly, that makes me sympathize a little bit with Rob, because B.B. King's always on the road, right? It's hard to do that stuff by yourself. No wonder he hangs out with his friends all the time. B.B. King died? Wait, when? Really? -2, strange bit? You got me all backwards. I didn't know that he was dead. Like 2015? And you didn't tell me? That's honestly, you guys are fucked up for not telling me that. Bro was born in 1925. So was Gene Hackman, and yet he's still kicking. Gene Hackman's chilling, bro. Gene Hackman was born in 1930. That's fucking crazy, man. That's like 100 years ago. It's sick that he worked until he was like 80 years old, and then he's lived like another 13 years after that. I mean, sick in a good way, by the way. If he dies soon, the blood is on your hands. What the, he's 90 fucking 4 years old. The blood's not on my hands. He's 94, man. That's just a coincidence, okay? Gene Hackman must live at least till the end of January. I would like it if he lived as long as he wanted to, for the record. I'm not rooting for his downfall, but if something happens, people are going to say that it was my 3-star review of The French Connection that did it. And honestly, I will not be silenced of my honest opinion on films just because of the consequences of my actions, okay? Three stars? Yes! I said I respected what French Connection has done in terms of its influence, but seeing it for the first time in 2024 is a few notable scenes punctuated by quite a lot of boredom and a deliberately unsatisfying conclusion that in time I have actually come to respect a little bit. Because I think it actually is in keeping with the themes of the film. As much as in the moment, my brain was like, I want to see, like, a big fight or something like that. The way that it ends is actually perfectly appropriate given the rest of the film. That being said, it just didn't get the blood pumping as much as Ridley Scott's The Last Duel. But I also think it's one of those things, maybe you had to be there. Maybe if you were around in 1971, this shit'll, like, blow your mind. I don't know, are kids these days still getting zooted the first time they see The Matrix? If you're 12 years old in 2024 and you see The Matrix, are you still, you know, pretending to do Kung Fu versus Morpheus? Or are you like, I've seen all this shit in Alita Battle Angel. It's not that interesting. Now The Matrix still goes insane? Alright, good. Then there's still a chance for you guys. I've seen all this shit in Fortnite. Favorite movie pre-Godfather, and it can't be 12 Angry Men? Ketchup doesn't exist, and you can't kill yourself. What are you putting on this? It's a VCR? Pre-Godfather? I genuinely... Okay, I'm trying to think of, like, the oldest movies that I don't pretend to like. I actually enjoyed watching them when I watched them. Definitely 2001: A Space Odyssey. Definitely The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Trying to think of what else. There are definitely some. Rashomon? I have to see some Kurosawa films. I have to see some Japanese movies in general. Bionicle? I haven't seen that one. Is that based on the Murakami novel? Push by Sapphire. We'll be donating. Have you seen Woman in the Dunes? This is insane. I have not seen Woman in the Dunes, but I have read the book. How did such a thing come to pass? When my wife was in university, she took a Japanese literature class. And one time, you want the ultimate wife guy answer here? One time, she was like, I'm too busy to do this assignment. Can you do it for me? And I read the whole fucking book and wrote the whole fucking essay. Or wrote the whole fucking essay. And then I thought Woman in the Dunes was a good book to begin with. I got like a B- on the essay. At the time, I was a little pissed because I put in a lot of work for this. But over time, I've come to realize it's actually pretty good considering I wasn't in the fucking class. Considering all I did was read the book and then write the essay. Like, my ass did not go to any of the lectures or know what the teacher was looking for in any capacity. None of the feedback from earlier assignments could have possibly helped me because I wasn't involved in their creation. Like, kind of sick, right? Basically what I'm saying is I still got it. Or at least I did back then. That's crazy behavior. You know what's crazy though is that we're married and we have a kid now. So carry her books. Do her homework. It will work for you. Get it twisted. It worked for me. Watch her pets while she goes on vacation with her boyfriend. One day there will be an opening. You can sneak in there. I'm just messing with you. You probably cooked. Oh, man. No. Too close to home? I mean, I had that exact same experience. Like, I know you're going to be like, yeah, you just told us about it. But no, like, in that situation, you know, we had already been going out for a while. I was holding it down. They definitely had that classic, like, I was going to call it like a mid-2000s, I'm going to stay her friend, and then eventually, after years of not mentioning that I'm actually, like, in love with her, I'm going to just spring it on her and see how that goes. And you know what's crazy? So I sprung it on her. This would be like freshman year of university. And she was like, I don't know how to feel about that. And I was like, in hindsight, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. At the time, I was like, that doesn't make any sense at all. You're supposed to say, I'm in love with you too. I was just shy. But so then, like, that was awkward. And we didn't talk after that for like 8 months. Then sophomore year, she came to my university. We dated for like a year and a half. That was not like a fairy tale ending. We broke up after that, but like, it's just weird. They just can't resist. What can I say? It's hard being this handsome. She didn't know she was shy? Oh. Exactly. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. Did you have hair back then? I did. So I kind of tricked her. I was like, check it out. I got a luscious head of hair. And then like 9 months later, I was like, surprise. This is your view for the rest of your life. And she was like, psych! It's just funny. I'm not harboring any trauma. She's in the audience right now. Stand up and take a bow. No, that's probably not true. I'm sure she's got other stuff to do. It's me! Did you see that dodge, bro? If she knew who you were, you think she'd come crawling back? You need to watch less YouTube, my friend. Or TikTok, whichever, less short form video content on whatever platform you're watching. You have digested too many videos where a guy is like, hey, toots, and she's like, ew, get away from me. And then he's like, check out this, I got the keys for a damn Lamborghini. And she's like, oh my God. I love you. And then he's like, no, you missed your chance, sweetheart. You should have responded to my cat call. I'm probably 10,000 hours in on YouTube right now. Oh, so you're almost done with the first act? Oh, man. Let me guess. You just discovered video essays. You haven't even gotten to YouTube poops yet. Or the classic video. You guys know Not Today, Motherfucker? Or is that just me? It's a video. It's very, very old, and it's edited together very amateurishly. It was state of the art in like 2007. It's 10 seconds long, and it's a guy in a forest, and a UFO comes down, and he says, "Not today, motherfucker!" And he pulls out the gun and shoots at it with his gun, and then the UFO explodes. People think that I don't know YouTube, but it's actually like I don't know relatively modern YouTube very well. I know almost all of the old videos. I'm not talking 2010. I'm talking like '08. Back when you could still like keep a grasp, you could be like, I'm gonna watch every video ever made on YouTube. There were like 200 videos total back then, and we liked it, okay? Evolution of dance, shoes, salad fingers, can't stop doing the hand thing. Charlie bit my finger in that wee wee hood. The good old days. Nyan Cats. Numa Numa. Hang on, there's an item in here. Oh, I couldn't see it. It blended in. I can't believe you've done this. Oh, yeah, the end of the world. But I am tired. I'm a cat. I'm a kitty cat. Badger, badger, mushroom, mushroom, etc., etc. Isn't it crazy? Most of these are NFTs now. I mean, brother, no disrespect. What would you do? If you were famous for like a one-off video that happened like, 17 years ago, before ad revenue was even a thing on YouTube, my ass will be putting that shit on the blockchain too and then fucking off back to my normal life. How are you supposed to sell out? They're famous for like a video where they say like, don't do it. Ah! And you're like, they gave up on their artistic integrity by teaming up with the Solana blockchain. They don't know what's going on, bro. Their ass works in like, risk management or something now. They're 48 years old. Someone emails them and they're like, hey, do you want to make like $5,000? And they're like, for free? Sure. They don't know what's going on. They're from a different era. Riz management. Delete that. That could be a great line in a sketch. Jaeger bombs. Jaeger bombs. With some waffle fries. You know what I'm talking about? My new haircut. Oh, man. There's some good stuff. Stop asking me. I wasn't alive when these were made. Used to get a couple of James Ready, well, maybe like a dozen James Ready 5.5s in you. You'd have your friend's laptop would have a plug running from it to like the back of a television that was deeper than it was wide, and you'd say, hey, you know any videos? And then somebody would come over and put on fucking like Alan Letizier best Premier League highlights 1990 to 1996. I am the one and only, ooh, nobody but you. Anyway, and then you'd get into some good stuff after that. Tra-la-la-la-la. It's another classic for sure. Certifiable classic. Then one day I came in and my friend was watching Loose Change, and then in some ways I never saw him again. You stupid motherfucker. We had a good thing going. We would get drunk on buck of beers and watch YouTube videos that made us laugh. It worked. It was perfect. Then you had to go and ruin it by getting into conspiracy theories. Roll this shit, my man. I had to get the fucking the stuff. There you go. Roll that shit, bro. Losing a friend to conspiracies is worse than losing one to drugs. I think usually it's getting too real. No, it's not, because like, you know, nobody's overdosing on conspiracy theories. But also, I do try to remember sometimes, because every once in a while, you'll see something on Twitter that just, you're like, this person's brain is cooked. And then when you think about it literally, I'm not just saying someone who disagrees with me. I'm saying like the people who think that they're using weather machines to make it snow in Iowa in January so that people don't come out to the Republican caucus. Like that, your brain is cooked, no disrespect. I have to remind myself that their brain is actually cooked. Like in a sympathetic way. I don't mean this as like punching down. There's people out there that, you know, got traumatic brain injuries and never came back the same, or they, you know, got fried on some substances for too much or for too long, and you just can't come back like to the same soul that you left. So in a way, you're like, you're dumb, but there is another one that's like, you know, when I can muster the energy to be the bigger man, I'm like, I see you and I hear you. I hear like I mean, this is patronizing, but I see like the you inside of yourself who's like, let me out of this. I wanna get back to like the man I used to be, chaos style. I'm like, I see that guy. I don't know how to get him out, because I got my own stuff to do. but I see that guy. I have some degree of empathy for it sometimes. I try to, at least. Because, like, I got, like, not close family members, but I got, like, a couple insane members of my family. And then, you know, back when I had Facebook, I would, like, you know, look at his Facebook status, and I'd be like, what's wrong with this guy? And then I would remember, like, the history of his life, and I would be like, oh, yeah. Like, lots of stuff. And here they are today. Yeah, they're in the audience. Stand up, Uncle Greg. I tried to stand up, but Joe Biden stole my knees. Ah, that's classic Uncle Greg. He thinks the president stole his knees. Please do not ask him for his opinions on anything. That's as politically correct as it gets. I'm like, bro, Joe Biden doesn't even know you, dude. Don't flatter yourself. Joe Biden would be like, sorry to this man. I apologize to this man, but I don't know who he is. I've never seen this man before in my life. Holy cow, we only got 32 minutes left? Call that Isaac too.